Kia ora and hello from Hutan Pantai. And today is a special day. We're going to be getting goats. Yes, we're going to put some goats in. After we've had a sleep overnight. And we'll be planting some rice today as well. So let's just go into the next month. Welcome to Sleep Simulator 25. Only joking. So here we are. So we need to flood the fields. Flood the rice paddies anyway. And we've got some goats up there. We'll put some goats in there. So, and right. So what I thought I'd do is I'd put a sturdy fence along the road. So let's make a start on doing that. See if we can okay, so that's a sturdy fence in. So let's grab the animals. Now goats use the same pens as the sheep. So I'm going to go for the large sheep pasture. And let's just see where would be a good spot for it. Straighten it up along there. So we want to be able to get a tractor down there to feed them. So I'm thinking there. Yes. Okay. And now, so we want to leave a small gap. So it's possible that that wooden fence isn't goat proof, so we're putting a goat proof fence in. I worked on an orchard once with goats, and they were tricky things. If they could find a way to get out, they would. Okay, so H to delete the last segment, because we need to leave enough space for us to grab the bales. Do you wish to plant a meadow? No, we don't. Okay. So that is our goats. We might tidy that up a little bit later on. But right now, I think we should buy some goats. We'll get them delivered. Okay, and how many can we have? Okay, we can have 101. So I'm thinking we'll probably get about 60. Okay, and let's get 25 kids, which of course is the official term for a young goat, a kid. So, oops, gone too far. 25. And buy. Okay, so that's our goats. Yeah, they look happy. Got plenty of feed. Okay, so next thing on our list of things to do is we need to grab a rice planter. And nothing to change on that. It is what it is. Okay, so let's run over to our friends in the workshop, and we'll pick ourselves up a rice planter. Now, I haven't actually planted rice, wet rice that is, so it's going to be an interesting procedure, and it'll be interesting to see if I've got enough rice or rice saplings. Did we grow enough since we put the rice paddies in and started growing the saplings in the greenhouse? So it's going to be interesting to see. So how has everyone's day been today? It's been Saturday here. I produced a new video that you may want to go and look. It's on the New Frontier Forestry map, and it's where we're building an energy farm. So I've got the second episode of that, and there's a little bit of a surprise in there. So yeah, it's I think it's worth looking at. And we had some more mods drop, so might be one of the last ones. There is some talk of maybe some mods coming out for Christmas. We'll just have to wait and see. Giants might have their own plans for that. Some of their own stuff to release. Who knows? Obviously we probably wouldn't want a patch released right on the time that they're going to go away for a break. I think we'll prefer them to wait a little bit so that they're on hand if the old unintended consequences comes along. It looks like our rice paddies have filled up with water. So let's go get some rice and let's plant some rice. Speedy machine. From what I've seen on the videos, it's an interesting machine. It's quite mesmerising how it collects the rice out and plants it. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. So let's reverse up here, see if we can load a plant. Load some rice. Yes, we're loading rice. You can see it coming out of the trays. Can we take any more? No, one pallet is a full unit. Okay, so what do we got? 3 headlands, and okay, so let's see how it goes. And we're planting rice. Okay, looks interesting. Some of the rice is actually being planted out of the water. I don't know if that's how I created the fields. I didn't create deep fields. So it'll be interesting to see if they grow or not. Okay, well, they like the little narrow wheels, quite neat. point. It's almost like an old-fashioned typewriter, isn't it? You know, you can almost hear the ding. If you're familiar with an old-fashioned typewriter, that is. If you're not familiar, you'd be typing a letter, and when you got to the end of the line, you'd use the carriage return lever, which would push the entire piece of paper back to the left, and it would make a little ding sound when you did that. So, yes, and I am old enough to remember them. Parents had one, and I remember playing with one, so yeah. Little did I know at the time that keyboard use would become so important. With the, computers and all that, you've got to be able to know how to use the keyboard now, it's a skill to be able to touch type. Is a real skill that is handy for the use of computers, for programmers, for systems engineers, for systems administrators, anyone involved in the computer industry. Typing skills definitely helps. Okay, we've got our first headland done. All the way the water, you got sort of like that little bow wave just spreading out. So the goat pen should have automatic watering, so they shouldn't go thirsty, and I'm hoping they should get some grass out of the meadow and be able to eat the grass out of the meadow and be perfectly happy with that. Like I say, the cows should be too, and maybe I will need to just double check that, that is the case, that cows can just survive on grass or whether they need TMR. Having said that, we've got enough for TMR. We don't have any straw at the moment, but we can buy that in. So let's get these in. Just seeing if I can pull up the mod hub on my tablet and we can have a look at the mods that were dropped while we're doing the rice planting. Okay, so it looks like we've got a manure trailer. We've got a British grains shed. We've got a Christmas pack with a snowman. We've got the multi-fruit buying station from 82 Studio. So he finally got that one out. There's click to switch, which I haven't tried that, but if it works, it could be quite good, because I have been noticing that when you try to jump between vehicles and sort of like you're harvesting or something like that, and you're trying to jump between the chaser tractor and the harvester, it will quite often put you into the last device that you were in, last machine you were in, especially when they're quite close together, which can be a bit frustrating. The only way around it I've found is to actually go all the way around to the wrong side of the vehicle and jump in that way. So yeah, that click to switch could be quite good. Increased light range, that could be quite good if you do a lot of night work. So let's go fill up again. So we're certainly getting through the rice, aren't we? Okay, so this will be our third headland. I think there was only 3, and then we'll be doing the full up and down roads. Neat how I've sort of got little fingers that pluck the seedlings out of the trays and push them into the rice paddy. There's been a lot of thought go into that, the engineers looking at what was involved. So I guess until this machine was, released, rice was very, very, labour intensive. It was, they had to plant it by hand and put each one in by hand. So this would be a huge advantage for the rice production. Okay, and there were a number of updates. JCB tractor, the Fendt Vario, John Deere harvester, and the Pottinger. Plan ET modular BGA and cow barn with lizard mixer. So yeah, there's and the camera hotkeys, which was the fault that I found. If you had the camera hotkey mod installed and you tried to use a worker, it wouldn't work. They'd just sit there and do nothing. And we've got an extra couple of beehives in the beehive pack. So I think there's single hives instead of the big ones. So it was a busy day today for mods, not as busy as other days, but I do feel sorry for DJ and Mr. CDP. They do a fantastic job of testing the mods and telling us what's out there, and when you get a big drop like that, those guys must look at it and just go, how do I do this? There's a lot of setup and setting up the video, so they do a fantastic job anyway. And if you haven't already, go and see their channels, DJ Goham and Mr. CDP. I'm sure you've heard of them. They're legends in the community. they do a fantastic job of keeping us informed, testing the mods. I know Mr. CLP is definitely my go-to for the cross-platform mods, just to see how it all works. And yeah, so if you haven't already, subscribe to their channels and give them some likes, because they work really hard. So I will be releasing videos soon where I'm going to test the grass side of things. You know, we've already been able to test the silage additive side of things, but I am going to test whether it's still worth waiting for the second stage of growth for grass before you harvest. See if there is still some extras. Yeah, I just want to see what's happening there. So I will be doing a short video where I test that. And at the same time, just out of interest sake, I might just test to see what sort of difference silage additive makes. So look out for that one. I'm hoping to have it released tomorrow. That'll be Sunday my time. So have a look out for that one. And it will hopefully answer the question, have giants fixed the growth stages? And if they haven't, is it a bug, or is it intended? Like I say, it does sort of almost make sense that, the second stage of growth is just going to be seeds and no real substance. The substance is in that first cut. So, yeah, that does, you can have it make sense if you want it. So if that is the case, and I know definitely grass yield has not decreased since hatch for the first stage of harvest growth. So I'm getting the same yield for the silage and the hay that I was getting as I was when I was just doing the whole silage thing. So yeah, it'll be some interesting testing. Have a look out for that one. Alright, let's go pull up with some seedlings again while we're close to it. It'll be horrible to be, opposite end of the field and need some seedlings. But that's going quite well. The water. You don't hear the machine on, you can hear the water. That's amazing. So I think that was a good use of the end of the field there, just to put some goats in and get some milk from them. So I might look at putting in a little mini cheese factory and milk bottling plant, and we'll bottle the milk and make some cheese from the goat milk. I was thinking of putting the factory inside the bigger shed there, so I'm not sure, like, to me it seems a bit odd having them out in the open like that. Yeah, like they do, just open buildings, so this doesn't seem quite right. So I like to try and put them into a building and see how it goes. It does take a little bit of time to plant the rice, but it is actually sort of relaxing and almost therapeutic. Putting out the video today was sort of, putting out videos can be a little bit stressful. Doing the video, I'm not into great production values, so it was just a matter of quick editing, cutting out a few little bits, putting in a few cutscenes. So I hope you guys all enjoy that video on new frontier forestry. Like I say, it's a different take on farming. And I hope that you guys are enjoying this series as well. So I'm wanting to do this one until the temple is finished. I'll probably try and move on to, hopefully there'll be a new map out by then and I can move on to that one and we can do something a bit different with that one. But I have been enjoying Hutan Pantai. Funny, I've got a sort of a personal gameplay on Riverbend Springs, where I was starting on the default start farm. I honestly am not getting the time that I would like to play that. Too many different things happening, which is a shame because it's an awesome map. We are planning on doing another live stream, myself and my daughter. It won't be happening this weekend though. But we are planning on doing another live stream on River Bend and doing just some more farming and just sort of teaching her okay, that makes sense. Yeah, it wouldn't move until you're moving. There's a little bit of kick really, isn't it? Got a little fan in there. Finish this row and then I might try and zoom into that. See the little fan in there. I wonder if it's a little air-cooled engine. So that's quite neat. See how it's plucking the rice seedlings out. Pushing them in. It's, really neat. Yeah, I wonder if we can get 2 rows out of that. Let's see. Okay, we have enough for this one row. Let's find out. We will be close. Oh, you little beauty. hope we have enough rice seedlings, but I almost have a feeling we won't. Half the field, so I'm not sure we're going to have enough rice seedlings for to complete the other field. We may have to buy some in. Relaxing. Slow job. Yeah, it's a narrow device, so it's not going to be planting, the wide meterage in one go. So it does take time. Okay, let's go back and grab some more rice seedlings. Nearly finished. Yes, I think we're going to run out of rice seedlings. Oh, it takes a few, doesn't it? Listen to that water. We've achieved something today with the goats, and planting the rice, that's definitely been something I've been wanting to do. I've never done it, so it's going to be interesting to see how the goats are doing. Definitely a job, I think as Mr. CLP says, when he's doing jobs like this, put on an audio book and just listen to it while you're running up and down the field. Definitely a good job to be listening to an audio book anyway. So I hope everyone's weekend has been going okay. Yeah, the field team does look good, doesn't it? Once we finish this field, we'll run over and just have a quick look. Make sure they have got, that they are eating that grass. And they're picking up on health, because when we first get the goats, they're not very healthy. Not sure why you buy unhealthy goats, but there you go, apparently we do. So it takes a little while for them to get to, the 80 to 100%, and it's only then when they can start breeding and making milk. So probably won't have a lot of milk for a while. I don't believe the goats producing manure, so it'll just be milk coming out from them. see that overnight for me, I clicked over 11 subscribers. That is amazing. I'm just amazed that, after 2 weeks I've already got 11 subscribers. This community is just so awesome. You guys are so awesome. Thank you so much. If you have subscribed, and if you haven't subscribed, it's not too late. You can subscribe, and you can join the awesome community that is Farming Simulator. There are so many creators that have said that they just find this community so awesome and so helpful, and I would agree with that. The community, there isn't a lot of negativity in the community. And if there is negativity with how the game is playing and all that, really that is just out of frustration, because people just are so fanatical's not the word, but they want the game to be the best it can be. They want it to be a great game, and when it's released with a few bugs, they're frustrated that it's not meeting what they want it to be. They want it to be a good game. They want people to enjoy it as much as they do. When there is negativity in the community, especially on around game releases and that sort of thing, it's more fueled by frustration than just being trolls. I don't think there is anybody that's a troll that I've met in the community. It's just a fantastic community. And I think a lot of that sort of possibly stems from Giants and how they support the community as well. They listen to the community. And they implemented a lot of what the community requested, which I think surprised everyone, especially the content creators that, were basically saying, this is my wish list, but I know it's never going to happen, and then suddenly they did it. We've got hail damage, which, I'll be honest, I actually turn off. I don't like hail damage. But that's what people wanted. It adds a bit of realism, so, good for them. Right, 2 more to go, and then we've got the other one to do. So I might do that off camera. I won't force you to sit through that. Everyone's been patient enough as it is, and I do appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying the videos. Being a live play, there's no cutscenes where we speed everything up, because see the rice planters feeding through the field. We don't have that opportunity with a live stream. You're seeing it as I play, and eventually I hope to have people in the chat that we can chat and talk and that sort of thing. But it will take time, and until such time, then I'm just going to sit here and talk to myself, and hope that someone will listen to me a little bit later on. But yeah, I see the metrics. There are people that are watching my videos. I'm truly grateful for that. It does make me feel like it's worth it. It's not a big effort for me, I'll admit, because I'd be playing the game anyway. So it's just a matter of connecting to a live stream and then playing the game. But yeah, I just want to share the passion for the game that so many people in the community have. And sometimes along the way we can actually learn something. Like the other day we learnt you can't double dip silage additive. Which obviously is quite a good thing to know, really. So I thought that was a good lesson. We used to be able to do it in FS22. We can't do it in FS25. It's been fixed, which is good. So my toughest decision now is, do I add silage when I pick the grass up, or do I add silage when I bale it? That's going to be my toughest decision. Okay, that does look good, doesn't it, that rice field? So I might take a break from rice planting for now. I will probably tidy up around the goats a bit later on. But let's just check on them, see how they're doing. Hey, we've got milk already. Okay, I was not expecting that. How's that? So how many litres? Okay, so we've got 14,556 litres of meadow. It's currently sitting on 40% health, no reproduction rate, and goat milk of 14 litres. So let's jump into the pen and have a look at them. So they are absolutely loving this grass. Look at them bounce around it. Hey, look at you hiding in there, hey? Yeah. Can't see any baby goats around though. Oh, there's one there, look at him. Probably feels like he's in a jungle. Hey, is the grass too tall for you, little fella? Hey? Yeah, you can hide in there, can't you, hey? Yep, and they've got water, so that's good. And we're getting milk. So I guess we'll have to work out soon how we're going to do the milk factory. I did look to see if we could rent the milk factory here, but you can't even buy it. It's just a sell point, so that's a little bit frustrating. I suppose I could look at putting a big dairy in, but I'm not sure I want to do that. So yeah, we're still waiting on our pallet. It's nearly done. Pallet of furniture. It does take time to make the furniture. They're doing a good job though. So I'm thinking what we might do is we might wander off and just have a look at the progress up on the hill. I have to keep telling myself which side of the vehicle I have to jump into. So yeah, it was funny on my other one on the New Frontier. Because I drive a right-hand drive vehicle where I live, I always go to the right-hand side to hop into the driver's seat and start driving. And I was doing that on the game, and of course the truck there is left-hand drive. So I'm trying to get in on the wrong side of the cab. Yeah, of course, game-wise it doesn't really matter, it just lets you in. But yeah, from an aesthetics point of view, it is wrong, you know. You don't enter in through the passenger door and slide along the seat. Well, you don't, unless of course your door catch is broken, which, let's face it, on a truck that age, is entirely possible. But yeah, it's not. The door catch does work fine, okay? I do maintain it, and you know, I don't have to slide across the seat. So I just have to keep telling myself I've got to go to the left of the building, of the vehicle, not the right, which I'm used to. Yeah, it's funny how real life can translate into the game, you know. So let's park up here. Oh wow, that's looking quite neat, isn't it? Okay, so it looks like they've finished that one. It's another prison cell by the looks of it. And they've started doing the poles on this one. Is that the last one? Yeah, that might be the last one. So I might have to start looking for those orbs so that we can put them up here. Okay, so that was the progress on the temple. So required materials, planks. So we've still got a lot of planks and that, and roof plates and storage. So yeah. Okay, so we'll head back to the farm. And I might finish off that rice planting off camera. Yeah, I don't get tired of that mist, eh? It is good. Just adds so much atmosphere to the map. So we did fertilise the grass field, so it's fully fertilised. Just double check that. Yes, it's fully fertilised. Now I wonder if he's done anything with that field over there. Let's have a quick look. Well, it looks like he's planted it. What's he planted it with? Red beet, eh? Okay. Okay, that's a big field to be doing red beet in. It's going to be a big job. But we might be able to lease the cannery, lease some space in the cannery, and we could make some preserved red beet, hopefully. We call it beetroot here. There was a time when every hamburger had beetroot in it. And there's actually a McDonald's burger called Kiwi burger that has, yes you guessed it, beetroot in it. So yeah. But there we go, we've got one rice paddy planted with rice ready to grow. So we'll get the other one done off camera. So thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like button, and if you haven't done so already, subscribe. Join the tens of people that have done so already, and you know, it is just blowing me away what's happening. This community is just so great and so fantastic. So until next time, we'll leave it there. So have a good evening, a good morning, or a good day wherever you are. Please feel free to share this video with anyone that you think would enjoy it. And until next time, goodbye.